What up, everybody? This is Shannon Clemens. Some call me the nomadic author. Some others call me mental. Why? Because I like to think a lot. And today, what I would like to think about is basically my four-day hiatus from work. As I said in my previous video, that I went back home to bury my grandmother, because she had just passed away not too long ago, and she went through her ceremony and went in for cremation rather than take over the burial site next to my grandfather. Hey, that was her decision. Now, what I want to do, I could have made a bunch of videos talking about everything that I did, literally showing step by step and the whole entire process that I went through from leaving here, getting to the transportation place, getting back home, and everything I went through there, and then trying to get back here. I could have did videos like that the whole time, but I figured I could just sum it up. I was actually supposed to have been, today is Sunday, I was actually supposed to have been back here last night, in time to wash my clothes, get a good night's sleep, and start my clock at 3, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning like I normally do, and get on up out of here and go pick up my load. But due to issues on the road, I got put behind a full day, and I'm actually late picking up my load now. But it was out of my hands on that one because it snowed. It had a little snowstorm that got all the freeways closed down for a little bit until they finished shoveling everything and salting it and getting everything ready for the drivers. So that put me back. It really put me back. I can't even wash my clothes now. But, so I'm going to have to do it out on the road somewhere. But for right now, what I'm thinking about is that, I paid to get on the Greyhound. I started to take a plane. But instead I just went ahead and took Greyhound because it was cheaper. So I took Greyhound, went down that way, went back up north to my hometown. And when I got there, my Greyhound went good getting there. So now when I say it went good getting there, it's something that went wrong on the ass end. But for right now, I'm just talking about getting there. It went smooth sailing going there. But when I got there, I'm downtown calling in, trying to see where the location is to pick up my rental, because I had set up for a rental too through Expedia. And they turned around and told me that the branch location downtown was closed. Okay. So now I'm already running behind schedule as is, because it was going to be a tight thing. Go grab my rental car, get on back over to the house, change into one of my suits, and then get out there with everybody else and follow the procession and all the other good stuff. But instead of being able to do that, I ended up missing my grandmother's wedding because I could not get the rental car because I didn't have a credit card. I've never had a credit card my entire life. I'm going on 42 years old. See these gray hairs? In my entire life, I've never had a credit card. They won't even extend me a line of credit. Hey, that's not a problem at all. When I got to talk to my bank, I told them about that, what happened, and they said they gave me an application to fill out. They said, go and get you a credit card. But hey, it's not on you, the teller, to tell me you can give me the application, but it's not on you to say whether or not I'm going to get a credit card. No, I'm going to get denied. I always get denied. No matter what I do, I always keep getting denied. I can't get a credit card. I can get debit cards all day long, but I can't get a credit card. Anyways, so now I had to jump. My family, you know what I'm saying, wanted me to jump on a taxi, a cab, going from downtown all the way back to my former grandmother's house, my now deceased grandmother's house. I missed the funeral already. They wanted me to spend $100 in cab fare getting there, and I had to tell them, like, look, y'all need to cut that bullshit out. I'm getting tired of everybody being so free with my money, but they penny pinching theirs. It's not about to happen. So now they calling and telling me that somebody all of a sudden magically, mysteriously gonna come pick me up. I'm already on the bus. The bus costs $1.50. So I'm like, okay, it's not a problem. But it is a problem because I already done paid my fare. I'm on the bus, and by the time you get down there to pick me up and then get all the way back, I'll be there already anyway. So just wait until I get there. I get there, everybody done left. I missed the funeral. They did what they was gonna do. Okay. My cousin was, they didn't go to the funeral itself, so therefore when I stepped in, they was ones that let me in the house. So I sat back and talked to them for a little bit and everything. And from that point, after that, I got to see all my family members that I haven't seen in years, you know what I'm saying, old friends all of a sudden popped up, which I knew they was going to pop up because they can't let the son go. They need what he got. Oh well, that's all no. Anyways, so I just kicked it with everybody, you know what I'm saying, had a nice time, enjoyed myself, and then I went back to my room. But before anything else, before I even left downtown, I made sure I called the inn and said, hey, I already had a problem with my rental car. Is my room still? Oh, don't worry about it. Your room will be here when you get here. Okay. I was just letting you know, I just went through all this problem. I explained to her, and she said, don't worry about it. Your room will be here when you get here. Thank you. So I got my auntie to go ahead and drop me off. Thank you. I got in my room, and I went and checked in and everything. Then I went on ahead and took care of a few things that I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? One, I didn't make the video about the acupuncture. It was an experience that I was just looking forward to doing for a long time. I wanted to have the experience of acupuncture, see how things work, see how it is, what is it like. You know what I'm saying? All it is basically being punctured with a bunch of needles and all the other stuff in certain areas, and then they put some like little wires on the ends of it, had it pulsating, and I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And it feels funny because you never, you know what I'm saying, you just haven't experienced that before, but you get used to it. It was a nice experience. I hate that I didn't commemorate that one. Oh well, maybe another time. As you can see, my hair is nappy as hell because I forgot my pick. Here. My pick. But I also had in mind to go get a haircut, but I missed out on a haircut. You know, I just missed out. And out here on the road, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to find somebody who know how to cut hair. I done had haircuts out since being out here on the road. I done had Mexicans cut my hair. I done had white people cut my hair, and they all look like bad business. I found this one barber it's right here in Ohio, way down the way. But that's about 50 miles away from here. I know I'm not gonna get there. Not right now. And when I was actually down there to get my hair cut, they had just closed. Not when I was crossing the street, I was watching them pull out. They had just closed. So I couldn't get my hair cut, so I can have a haircut when I go back there. So I intended to go to the old barber college, you know what I'm saying, that I normally, when I got my hair cut, they do $5. Get the razor shave and all that. That's why I'm not shaved either. You know, I could have shaved at the room, you know what I'm saying, but I get that taken care of. Right now, I just wanted to talk about this. This was going on. And it's like, now, after I got finished taking care of my business, here's Saturday. I go down there, I check out my room. I go downtown, back downtown to Greyhound, and I sat, and then finally they tell me, your trip has been canceled. What you mean it's canceled? Yeah, we had a little snowstorm. They're not going to the location in which you want to go to. Okay, so I got to talking to this cute little white girl. You know what I'm saying? Freshman, not high school, college, taking up journalism and everything. She's a cutie and everything. No, I didn't get the number. But we had a nice conversation, and she was one. This is what makes me hate that I didn't ask for the number. It's only because I didn't ask. But we had a nice conversation. She was like, she was like, hey, why don't you just do this? Go here. They going to Cincinnati. They haven't canceled that one. Oh, they going to Cincinnati? Would you believe that I had to buy a whole? When I went and got in there, they transferred my ticket over because they was gonna give me another trip, but they said the next trip going out of there was gonna be on Tuesday. Huh? You canceled my trip going to Dayton. But yet, you could take another trip that's bypassing Dayton, going to Cincinnati. It's still going. They transferred my ticket. You know what I'm saying? And then I came back, got in line. I said, you know what? Always remember, listen to the woman. So I went and got back in line. I bought a ticket. I had to buy a ticket to Cincinnati because they wouldn't transfer it over. And they wouldn't, reason why, and from them not being able to transfer it over, they won't refund me my money either. Because they transferred my ticket over, per se their policy. So now I'm just out of money on that ticket there. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the corporate office and see what they tell me. But for right now, it's like. I went on there and did that. I bought that ticket, and that bus was late. But it still ran. I'm like, what, a driver that was going to Dayton was actually on some bullshit. Because he used that, you know, so he was out in the parking lot trying to bag out and everything, but he couldn't. That's because the snow plow had came right behind him, and it didn't plow out early enough. So therefore, he canceled his trip. But the next driver continued on his trip. In other words, he didn't have the balls to fucking drive to Dayton, Ohio. So now here it is. I'm out of money because of that. So now here it is. I'm in Cincinnati, and the cab want to charge me $145 to go from Cincinnati to bring me here to this terminal. $145 in cab fare. It's cheaper to buy a ticket from Cincinnati to Dayton. So I said, all right, I bought a Greyhound ticket, But it was supposed to have left last night. Once again, last night. But instead, the sheriffs closed the roads, which I understand because I seen how hard it was to drive. You know, driving there. All right, that's no problem. But the highways is good now. But I sat there and watched them. You know, so I watched, I laid there, they let us go to sleep on the buses, because they said ain't nothing leaving out here until after 9 a.m. Oh, that put me back. And then when they get there, my bus was supposed to, they said all the buses were supposed to be leaving at 9 a.m. No. I had to wait till almost 1 o'clock for my bus to finally leave. I watched all the other buses that was literally going on routes that bypassed Dayton. They just didn't stop in Dayton. They stopped at a whole lot of other places in Ohio, but they didn't go to Dayton. I'm like, what the fuck, man? How in the hell is you bypassing this shit? You know you got customers that need to go. Why don't you just take us? No, they bypassed Dayton. It was for some odd reason. None of the trips stopped in Dayton, but they all stopped in all these different areas around Dayton. Meaning, I was going to have to try to buy another ticket to go to there and then buy another ticket to come just to get... No, I just went on that way. Like I said, I'm behind because of that. I'm supposed to have that load, and I'm supposed to be off on the road right now. But instead, I gotta wait for my windshield to actually thaw out, you know what I'm saying? They got all this ice. You see all this ice and stuff? It was all right here, but the only thing is, the funny thing about it, it wasn't on the passenger side. It was only on the driver's side. Only on the driver's side. Literally, it cut the windshield in half. Only the driver's side had ice caked all over it. The passenger side, even over there, is clear. Just on the driver's side, do you see the ice caked up all over it? So I don't know. I guess the wind and rain was just pouring down in this direction. But even if it was pouring down in this direction and it got this half, why didn't it get the other side? I just showed you the windshield. You can see it for yourself where the ice was and where it wasn't. You know, I just showed you the glasses, the doors where the windows are. You see where the ice wasn't and where it is. On the trailer, I gotta thaw that out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's caked up in ice now. For where the airlines is supposed to hook up. So now I gotta take care of all of that and then make this run on top of that to go get my load. But I just wanted to talk about all that different type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it showed me something was going on and it just wasn't right about what was going on. Literally, it wasn't right. I already had to cut a $1,400 load in order to make that trip. I ended up spending all that money and didn't make it to where I needed to go. Everybody thought it was just cool to be so free with my money, but they penny pinching theirs. And then I went through all that trouble trying to make it back here. You see what I'm saying? So was it really me? Was it my bad decision making? Really? I'm going to bury my grandmother, a close family member. That's immediate family, not outside family. like a cousin. That's immediate. I was already going through a lot of suffering, and then I had to go through all that nonsense on top of that. It was like they didn't want to let me leave Detroit. I'm not trying to stay there. Actually, I'm of a mind to never go back. I don't take loads that even go to Michigan. I don't want to even be there. That's my personal decision. But it's like a group of people just gotta have me there. I don't care what y'all get rich, get on TV, do all that stuff and more. I don't seriously give a fuck. I'm trying to live my life, because what you doing is not helping me. What you eat don't make me shit. But you got people who will sit there and look at this video and say, I'm just full of hostility. Yeah, the goddamn right, because it wasn't your wallet that was getting opened up like mine was. If it was gonna be that way, I could have just took that $1,400 load and went on about my business and just grieved in silence. So, yeah, I went through a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, because I really got to go. And still haven't broke free yet. Still haven't broke free yet. But I gotta go. I can see. Alrighty. I'll talk to y'all later.